Well, good morning from beautiful northern Wyoming. Just wanted to post up a quick update because I haven't posted anything in a while. Mostly because she hasn't really done anything exciting. It's been kind of boring. She's still on the Creance. I probably don't need the Creance. She's quite tame. I mean, she did just let me pick her up. And she does come, but she's very pokey about her response. And my concern is that she would get flying really good and land on a post or a tree or something up high that I can't just pick her up from. And she would just sit there and, you know, enjoy the weather. So I figured after a few days of coming to the lure, her response would improve just from repetition. But she's just so hog fat that she's just still pokey. It takes her, the quickest days like 2 minutes, some days even slower. A couple, 2-3 days ago, she was really slow. She had almost no appetite. She was hard pinning right about then. So I think all that blood absorbing back into her system killed her appetite. But it's apparent that I'm gonna have to drop her weight, and I'm doing that slowly. I knew I was gonna have to eventually. I was hoping to push that off a little bit longer. But I'm gonna have to do it now to get a little bit of control so I can feel comfortable turning her loose and not have a a miserable day trying to retrieve her if she gets up on top of something. So I've just been calling her to the lure. The last time I posted a video was the first time in the field, and I had my old bird on my fist, hooded, and I set him down to deliver the quail and the string, the lure. And that was she hadn't done any lure training before that, and she saw him and came to him more than the lure, which is what I wanted. I didn't care if she would come to the lure, but I didn't expect her to because she'd never been trained to it. But she came down, grabbed the lure, and then I stepped her up and she ate on the fist, which was only the second time she'd ever fed on the fist as well. But then that was the last time she'd ever seen the old bird, who he's the one that finished raising her. If you've missed all this, there's linked to all the other videos in the description. You can catch up. And that was the last time she's seen him. I put him back in the mews, and he's out of her life now, so she's maturing. I've also moved her out of the shelf perch area where he raised her. I had her sleeping in there and out in the weathering yard during the day. So I've taken her off that perch because she acts a little bit, infantile, imprint-like when she's on that perch. So just to help mature and make her grow up mentally. And so I've got her on a pole perch in the living room, and she likes that quite well. But I'm just trying to get her lure response a little bit quicker so I can trust flying her loose. We can, actually get to flying and doing stuff. So today's just going to be yet another Creance flight. Her weight is coming down a little bit, and so we'll see if she's a little bit quicker. If she's, I'm not asking for instant even, just within, say, 30 seconds, come the length of the Creance line, which is 100 feet. If she does that, I'll go ahead and turn her loose. And I've been expecting that any day now, and it just still hasn't happened yet. So we'll see what she does today. Okay, I've got my Creance all set up. Just need to hook her up to it. I have been using just a dead quail on a string as a lure up till today. Today I'm going to try my regular lure, transition her to that, which my regular lure is just a leather lure with dried wings on each side, so it looks a lot like a dead carcass. Got a little bit of a breeze and it's overcast today. We've got weather moving in. There's rain in the forecast for the next week. So who knows what that's going to do to my flying. Give her a minute to look around. She's playful still too. She wants to play with dirt clods and things like that. And she always acts like she's ready to come quickly, flapping her wings real good. Might be a little quicker today, but I've been thinking that every day, so we'll see. This isn't a matter of educating her to what she's doing. She knows that when she comes to this, she's going to get fed. It's all a matter of motivation. And I'm doing it every day. Not as much to instill repetition and whatnot in her. It's not hurting any, of course, but I don't think she needs that. I'm doing it to gauge her response, see if she's ready to fly free yet. And she's still being quite pokey. She looks, she's interested, but waits a bit to come. I'm concerned if she's up on a pole where she's not confident in her abilities to fly down, that it would take her quite a while to come. Interesting route underneath the Creance line. Oh, she grabbed a rock. Just a playful young eyes. This one's more fun because you get fed. Hey, come on. Wander around, play with more things. I don't mind her playing. She's gonna play and explore and learn. I just gotta have a little control so I can get her back and not worry about having a crappy day of her sitting in a tree and me trying to get her down. Hey, come on. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to reduce her weight even more. She was 28 ounces when we started this, which is, I knew was quite fat for what she was gonna end up flying at. And she's down closer to 27 now. But she's fat enough that she's gone from super hog fat to just hog fat, I think. So I don't think it's really changed her behavior or motivation significantly. Watching some starlings go by. Hey, wanna come? Come on. Hey. Might have to get more drastic with her weight reduction. You can't sit on that rope, it's not big enough. Oh hush, I brought my dogs with me. I've been bringing them, run them a little bit afterwards, start to get them in shape. Once I start tossing pigeons for her, I'll start, she can't tangle out there, you can go under it. I'll start planting pigeons for the dogs too, to get them back in the groove. Hey, come on. Hey. Come on. She's being even slower than she was yesterday. Might be the lure and not a quail. When you're teetering on so little motivation, you can slight changes can put them off. Get a little better motivation and have all kinds of changes and won't put her off. Hey. Well, I think I'm going to, I got a quail in the cab. I really like this Creance with the slider because if I had a real long line, she could go a long ways out in the sage. She'd be all tangled up. This one, she can only go her, 4 or 5 feet, whatever that short line is, the wrong direction. Kind of forces her to come the right direction. But I think I'm gonna go get that quail in. I always could pick her up and feed her just a tiny bit, call it a day, crank her weight down for tomorrow. The one disadvantage of having the old bird feeder is he really stuffed her full, and it made her willing to eat a lot more as well. If we didn't have that, she would be a little more reserved about eating. So you end up with a really fat bird at this point, which kind of slows you down a little. I still think the benefits outweigh the negatives. There she comes. Went past. Hey. Get going. Get it. There you go. Kill it. Yeah, definitely still need the Creance. She was heading past. She wants to explore and have fun. I want to let her do that, but I don't want her to get herself in trouble. Yourself kind of twisted up here, girl. While you're playing, Creance lines and playful ices don't mix. Frequently don't need them. I've had ices before that were never on the Creance ever. Had them come to the lure better when they were younger. It's all trade-offs. What you want to emphasize when well, she's eating like she's a little more hungry. Didn't come like she was more hungry. And now she's slowing down, so you can tell she's still fat. Is she gonna swallow all that? Yeah, I didn't think so. Another indicator that she's fat. Maybe she will. Well, she eats like she's a little bit hungrier, so I think we're getting closer. Kind of maddening having to be on the Creance this long. Well, gather my Creance up, my dogs run a little, and head home. Okay, well, we'll head home, and then another day of not a whole lot of progress. Yeah, the repetition's good, getting her in the field, learning the routine is good. She's gotten a lot better at riding the back of the truck. I don't have to drive near as gently as I used to. Still keep close eyes on her in the rearview mirror though, watching her. And just gonna have to cut a little bit more weight, and bang, she'll start coming. As soon as she comes quickly, I'm gonna start flying her free and doing some stuff. I'm really kind of surprised I'm not there yet. But as I said, she just hog fat, and I knew she was hog fat the whole time. I wanted that because I wanted her to grow up imprinted on him good and not have any crappy mannerisms and that kind of stuff. So we got what we got, and well, hopefully see some improvement in the next few days with some weight drop. And as always, thanks for watching.